Hey everyone, it's Dr. Nasty, and here I am with the Dr. Nasty Chronicles Part 2. Finally. Alright, where did I leave off at? Alright, yeah. I went to Colorado. I responded to an ad in the newspaper, a classified ad. It was looking for a new stripper for hire, and that guy was me. I went into that place, gave him my name, and that was enough said. They knew who I was. I had all the qualifications. I had all the correct credentials. I had all the right credentials. Yeah, it was a new nightclub out in Aspen, Colorado. It was called the Horny Bull. And the cool thing about that place is they had a mechanical bull in the center of that strip club. And whoever could last on there for over a minute gets free drinks. Or pretty much anything else they want. If it was a chick, she could get free lap dances all night. But if it's a dude, he's just getting free drinks. And a few chicken tenders. Yeah, so I walked in that place, acted like I owned it. Got the job immediately. They knew who I was. When I told them over the phone who I was, they didn't believe me. They was like, "Who is this?" I was like, "It's Dr. Nasty." They was like, "No fucking way." I was like, "Yes, fucking way. It's Dr. Nasty. We don't believe you." And I was like, "All right, I'll show up there tomorrow. Let's go." So yeah, everything was looking good. I slowly but surely got back on top. I was performing the sold out shows every night, doing my thing, doing what it do. Everything was looking good for a while, for a few months, couple of months, I was doing good. But then, tragedy struck. I got injured in a freak accident up in a ski lodge. Yeah, I was at a ski resort up in Aspen, Colorado, got injured. Well, it wasn't really a freak accident. Like, no, I didn't get injured from skiing. I didn't even ski the whole time I was up there. I was mostly hanging out with my buddies, drinking and partying. But what really happened was I got stabbed at a poker game. Yeah, I got stabbed at a poker game in a ski lodge, in a ski cabin. Ooh. Yeah, Max. I got caught cheating. That's how I play poker. I like to cheat. I play dirty. I keep cards under the table. And yeah, I won a few games. I was taking everybody's money. And then it was an old lady showed up to play. Everybody thought I was going to be nice, take it easy on her. I was like, nope, I'm taking everything. Then the old lady got mad. She put everything on the table. Because I was beating her so bad. She was just adding stuff to it. And I just kept taking. She was like, no, not my pension check. I was like, yeah, I'm taking that. And she's like, no, not my retirement check. No. I'm like, yep, give it here. That's mine too. I'm like, no, not my rent money. Yep, taking that. No, not my wedding ring. Yep, give it here. No, not my pearl necklace. Oh man, she lost everything in that poker game. I took everything. So yeah, I had like a handful of treasure, like a handful of jewelry and cash. And I was like, okay, had fun playing with you guys, but it's time for me to go. So, I celebrated a little bit, had a drink at the bar. Then I was heading out. I went to the parking lot. The old lady followed me. She snuck up from behind me and stabbed me with a spork. Not a spoon, not a fork. It was a spork. Those little plastic things they have at KFC that you eat the macaroni with? A spork, it's like half spoon, half fork. This little bitch stabbed me with a spork. She stabbed me in the ass with a spork. I was injured immediately. I was on the sidelines. I was out of action for like 5 months. Couldn't do anything because I got stabbed so bad in the ass with a spork. I mean, dude, she ruptured my butt. Like, she stabbed the meat really hard. Like, that spork went deep in my butt cheek. So I was out of action for a while at the Horny Bull. I couldn't dance. Couldn't do nothing. So I was on the sidelines. And the owner of the place put me in a different role. So I ended up being part of the coaching staff. I was the assistant coach, immediately worked my way up to head coach. I was training all the new talent, what to do and what not to do. You got to shake your ass this way. You got to jiggle your junk. I was teaching them how to dance so they can get that money. I wasn't going to teach them everything I know. You're not going to like steal my secrets and make money off of my dance routines. I was showing them how to dance, But yeah, I trained those new strippers. I whipped them into shape, and they went out there and made that money. I led that team to victory. If this was the NFL, we'd be the Super Bowl champions of stripping. We were undefeated. We were like a dynasty because of me. But after 5 months, my ass got healthy again. I was ready to go, ready to get back out there. So I stepped down from the coaching and went back into the starting lineup. I was just dominating. And like all the other strippers, they were getting jealous because I was getting the attention again. I was getting back to making all the money. They were mad, bro. They were mad. I don't care. I wasn't paying attention. All I cared about was the money. So yeah. I was making money, doing my thing. And out of nowhere, like one night, some guy just comes into the club. He comes every night of the week to my show, sitting in the front row, and he's just staring at me. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on? What does he want? He's freaking me out. It's usually ladies in here. Where is a dude in here staring at me? And one time, after my show was over, I went to the locker room, sitting in the jacuzzi tub, soaking, smoking a cigar, watching Cartoon Network, and a guy walks in. He's like, I need to speak to Dr. Nasty. The security at the door was like, we don't know you. We can't let you in. I peeked out from the window. I was like, let him in. Let him in. He's cool, I think. If there's any problems, I'll let you know. You guys could come in and swoop in and get him. So this guy comes in. Yeah, I'm not going to give his real name, for protective purposes. This guy says, he's with the C.I.A. He's seen what I've been doing for a while. He needs me. He needs to bring me to South America for a Renaissance mission. I think I said it wrong. It was a recovery mission. He said one of the a CIA operative got captured in Colombia by a cartel family. And they was like, they need me to go down there and distract the leader of the cartel. It was a lady named Esmeralda. They wanted me to seduce her, keep her distracted while they sneak in the back and rescue the CIA operative. I was like, you're bullshitting, right? Are you serious? He was like, we're not joking. We need you for this mission. I was like, all right, man, I'll think about it. I was like, all right, I'm in, let's do it. Let's rescue this guy. So they sent me down a Bogota, Colombia. I think that's the name of the city. Let me Google it real quick. Yes. It was Bogota, Colombia. All right. First, before they sent me there, they sent me to a Navy SEALs facility. It was a joint mission between the CIA and the Navy SEALs. They put me through some rigorous training. I had to get trained in firearms. They threw me in a swimming pool. I had to swim with my hands tied behind my back. Then was another really tough mission for endurance. It was another training procedure. They made me hop on one leg for 3 miles. I had to hop on one leg for 3 miles. I was like, what the fuck is this gonna do? It was like, it's for cardio. It's for stamina. You have to do this. It's mandatory for Navy SEALs training. Man, but I walked into that Navy SEALs training facility a boy, and I came out a man. So I was in the best shape of my life. I had on my fatigues. I had on a bandana like Rambo. I'm ripped and shredded. I was like, all right, let's go to Colombia. Let's rock and roll. So we go down to Colombia. So we had to hide out for a while. They send me into this raggedy ass, funky ass motel. This was the worst motel I ever been to. I'm like, hey, you guys are the CIA. You can afford to send me to a better motel. Send me to a fucking hotel. Send me to a fucking 5-star hotel. It was like, no, you gotta fit the part. You gotta look the part. You gotta fit in with your surroundings. It's gotta look authentic. I was like, come on, man, this is bullshit. You guys are just being cheap. And they was like, yeah, we are. But you're a man, you can deal with it. Man up. That's what they fucking told me. They told me to man up. All right, I was like, after this CIA mission, I'm never doing another mission with you guys ever again. This is the worst motel I've ever been to in my life. There was no room service. There was no TV, just a radio. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? I can't even watch TV. The best thing you got is a fucking radio. They was like, it's satellite radio. That's like the HBO of radio. It's like premium radio. I don't give a fuck about premium radio. I want a fucking TV. I want to watch PBS and CNN and the Cooking Channel and ESPN and the Disney Channel and more PBS, Showtime, Comedy Central, USA, TNT, TBS. Just get me a fucking TV. They were like, nope. They wouldn't budge. All right. got that out of the way. So then the next day, we all jump into a SUV. And we drive up some hills, a couple of mountains, then down the mountain, through a desert, then up a mountain, then down a mountain again to another desert. And then we drive past some cornfields. It was a lot of grass and some flowers. Then we finally made it to this big ass mansion. And it was like, all right, you go through the front door, we'll stay over here on the side. I was like, that's it? You guys don't have my back? They was like, no. I was like, what y'all want me to do? Aren't y'all gonna give me like a bulletproof vest or something? It was like, no. It was like, we have already informed the leader of the cartel that you'd be coming. She knows you're the top stripper in the world. She's eager to meet you. I was like, what? For real? I was like, oh man, this is gonna be easy. I'm gonna bone some rich chick. I'm gonna strip, make some money. You guys rescue the dude, and I'll be on my way. So yeah, I walk up to the front door, surrounded by a bunch of guards with lots of guns. They're speaking Spanish. I don't know what they said, but then they get a phone message. One of them had the Bluetooth piece in their ear. They said something in Spanish. I didn't know what it was. So they open the door. They let me in. Then they send me up the stairs. Then they send me up another set of stairs. Then after that was another set of stairs. Then we finally make it to the 4th floor. There was an elevator right there. I'm like, why couldn't we just take the elevator? Why'd you make me just walk up all these stairs? Now I lost my breath. And you know I'm a stripper. Like, how am I going to dance now? If I don't have no endurance, all my cardio is gone, all my stamina gone because of all these steps. So I go in, and then I see this large object in a red dress. The dress is so large, I thought it was like a curtain. I'm like, this can't be it. This can't be the lady. Please don't let it be the lady. And she was like, Dr. Nasty, I'm Esmeralda, the leader of this cartel. I was like, fuck. It's a big chick. Why? It's gotta be a big chick. No. I don't really want to get into all the details. But yeah, I stripped for her. She sat down, smoking a cigar, drinking some Hennessy like a boss. She was sitting in a chair just watching me undress. And I felt so uncomfortable. I felt violated. She was like, come over here, sit on my lap. I was like, I don't want to. She was like, come over here. I don't want to. And I hear the sound of a barrel of a gun, like one of those revolvers when it makes that noise when they pull that thing back. I was like, all right, I'll sit on your lap. And then she was like, you ever been with a big chick before? I was like, no. She was like, you're going to learn something new today. I don't want to talk about what happened next. But I walked out of that bedroom feeling so violated and disgraced, disappointed, upset. But, I had a little earpiece in my ear. I hear the C.I.A. agent. He was like, "Good job, bro. Good job. You did one hell of a job. You served your country. Great. We rescued that dude while you were sleeping with that fat chick." And I was like, well, that's great to hear. He's safe. And I'm violated. Oh my God. Having sex with a fat chick like that, it was traumatic. I still have nightmares about it to this day. I'm telling you, man. Fat chicks. Ooh, sex with fat girls is nauseating. Their pussy stinks so bad. I don't know what it is about fat chicks, but they don't know how to wash their pussy. Like, it really stinks. The smell is unbearable. And then they're always horny. Like, dude, they're ready to go like 24/7. Like, just boning them one time is enough. They want more. After I boned this fat chick, I was getting ready to go. I was like, I just busted a nut. Then she was like, she rolled over on top of me. I was in a lot of pain. Couldn't hardly move. She was like, I'm ready for round 2. I was like, what? I was like, no, get off me, please, please. I boned that fat chick twice that night. I got PSTD because of that. The shell shock. Just like soldiers, Did I say it right? Yeah, PSTD. Yeah, I still got that post-traumatic stress from boning that fat chick to rescue a CIA operative. Oh. So after that, I went back to America. I was so traumatized from that incident. I stopped stripping for a while. That's why I went to retirement. I just couldn't do it no more after that. I was just so horrified from that fat chick raping me. I just lost my will to strip. I was in the dark spot, man. A dark space. Oh. Oh. All right, folks. That was the end of the Dr. Nasty Chronicles Part 2. I mean, it didn't end that bad. That was just a recap of what happened, why I stopped stripping and why I'm back to stripping now. But that was the reason I stopped. Because of that fat chick in Colombia. But I'm back. Dr. Nasty is back to save the world. Back to strip again. To bring a sense of hope to today's society, I had to share my story, to tell you about all the dark things I went through, the dark things I've seen up close and personal. If I can survive, you can survive. If I can persevere, you can persevere. That's the message I hope you get from listening to the Dr. Nasty Chronicles. All right, folks, I'm out. See you next time on the Jason Buff Podcast.